What is going on, guys? Peace here with the Go-To Gamers, and today I'm giving you my final review of the Duo Gamer. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and I think that I can go ahead and give you guys a proper review of the product itself. After using it, playing Modern Combat 3, Nova 3, a few of the other games that are available in this short library right now, but I mean, it's supposed to be expanding this year. I'm still waiting for it to come out for Modern Combat 4. Once it does, I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. But let's go ahead and talk about the controller itself. One thing I liked about the controller is that it has weight. One thing when I'm using a controller, I like to be able to feel it in my hands. When something's too light, I don't know, I tend to like something more a little bit heavy, something substantial, I can feel it. And this has a little bit of weight to it, especially once you add the batteries to it. A few things, the shape is fine. Some people were complaining. The button, everything seems to be working fine for me. My hands are bigger than a lot of people's, so I mean that might have something to do with it. But these things, the triggers, seem to work fine. One thing that I didn't like, that I wish was better, was this button right here. When you click it, it aims in and it stays aimed in. One thing I wish is I could hold just like in a Call of Duty game and it would be aimed in, and then when I let go, it was aimed out. So you gotta click it and click it again. Not that big of a deal, but one of those things I wish you could maybe customize or it would be by itself. The D-pad here seems to work fine. I mean, I find you don't use it a lot in games because you're using the sticks. These buttons work fine. Nothing seemed to ever stick really for me. I did like the ability to sprint using the click in. That was cool because I'm just used to that in other games. And when you're playing on here, you'd have to sprint using this. There's a little button over here down at the bottom. I'm going off Modern Combat 3 because I usually play a lot of Modern Combat games. That's what I'm going off of. A little sprint button down here, so you'd have to take your finger off the shoot button, so you'd lose reaction time trying to go back to shoot. Here you can sprint. You never have to take your hand off the shooting button, never have to take your hand off the aiming button, anything like that, so you're perfectly fine. The cool blue glow feature, it's just another little thing. It's cool, the cool gesture. And I'm getting invited to play Modern Warfare Black Ops 2, which I'm going to be playing after this. Another cool thing, the pouch, it's not something that it needs to come with, but it's something cool to put the controller itself inside of. Another thing that it comes with, that you guys know about, this is my iPad mini, my new one, is the stand. And I like the stand a lot, but once again, something they didn't have to add, but they do add. It's got the grip feet on there, it doesn't slide around on you. It fits perfect. This is an iPad mini, like I said. Still fits, still works. One other feature I liked about the Duo Gamer itself is that it's Bluetooth connection. I never had a problem using it Bluetooth. It never disconnected on me, so that's awesome. I mean, the other controllers, some of the other ones are plug-in. You have a cord, a dinky cord coming out of something this small or bigger or even smaller, your phone for that matter. A dinky cord coming out of that, getting in the way when you're trying to game is not what you want. You want something connected Bluetooth, which is what Duo Gamer does right. Some of the negatives right now is the small app list that you could use it for. I mean, right here there's only 5 apps. Granted, they say they're adding more. I think all the Game Loft games should be compatible with the Duo Gamer itself. I know they're going to add slowly but surely, but I mean, any of the new games, such as Modern Combat 4 that just came out, that game, I believe, should have already been programmed to use the Duo Gamer itself in, because it just came out. It's their big title. Modern Combat Nova's their big title. So that I think should have came out with it, but it didn't. So that's one of the cons. Another con is that it's hard to get used to, honestly, when you're aiming. When you're, the thing, it's not a smooth flow. It's kind of jerky, a little bit jerky here and there. That's something, I don't know if they can work that out, through game coding or if it's the controller itself, but I found it to be jerky. Not a big deal. A lot of the time, it messed me up sometimes it didn't. It's a touchy thing to talk about. But, yeah. Anyways, my final review of the Duo Gamer, it's $40. I believe it's still on sale. Might have went back up to $80. If it's still $40, honestly, and you play these games, such as, Asphalt 7, driving game, worked perfectly on that game, might add. It was fine for that game. Modern Combat 3, it was good. Order and Chaos, I never got to try. Brothers in Arms, I didn't buy. Nova 3, I did try it in that one too. If you play those games and consistently, and you're an avid gamer on the iOS devices, and you play any of those games, pick up the controller. $40, Xbox controller is way more than that. Something fun to use, something fun to pick up. especially right now after the Christmas season, maybe you have Amazon gift cards or something where you can go ahead and pick it up and it's not going to cost you any money at all. Go ahead and do that. But if it's bumped back up to 80, I think that's really, really, really steep for something like this, especially with the low app availability to use with the controller. So my final review is, if it's $40, you play the apps, pick it up. If it's back up to 80, you don't play the apps, you don't consider yourself an avid gamer that plays a lot of games on iOS devices, do not pick it up because you can do just fine. A lot of things with mobile gamers is that, they're just casual gamers. For some reason, I consider myself an avid, hardcore iOS gamer. I don't even know if that's possible. Anyways, pick it up, don't pick it up, it's up to you. The price is what's going to be the deciding factor for me. If it's still at 40, pick it up. 80, I wouldn't touch it. Hopefully it's going to go down even more than that in the future, and hopefully they're going to add more games to that game list library because, like I said, it is very small right now. Anyways, guys, I'm Peasy with the Go-To Gamers. If you stuck with this long, I really appreciate it. Leave a like and a comment. As always, if you're not subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Once again, this has been Peasy, and this is the review of the Duo Gamer. Peace out, guys.